Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at what we know for Ultra Hit so far. I also want to take a quick look at some of the other stuff that they talked about in this video, mainly just the Zenkai for the green Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. So this character was announced for getting a Zenkai Awakening. So the general rule of thumb that this game has adopted for the past, I would say, I don't know, 6 months or so, is that if you're not a LF Zenkai and you're just a normal Sparking Zenkai, that's not an LF character, you typically aren't going to be a option, like a first pick option for a team. You're mostly a backup option or just a bench character. For me, at this point in time, the game's lifespan, Zenkai characters serve as bench options for these teams. This is definitely a character I could see being an exception to the rule. If you guys remember back to when this character first released, she was exceptionally dominant. This character released, I think it was right before the 2nd anniversary. I believe is when this character released, next to Red transforming Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So I don't know. We'll see how they handle this character, Zenkai Awakening. She was a very strong blast armor strike character. She does a similar mechanic to LF Cooler, where she changes her blast cards to strike cards, but they do mention that she does buff green universe rep. So let's just take a quick look here. Let's go to obviously I have this guy pulled up for a reason. Let's go to universe reps. The problem with the green element at this point in the game is that, like, when you think about green, let me just pull that. Can I just pull up like green? I think it's under tags. The only like green character that comes to mind at all is just the tag 4s. What other green character are you encountering, right? At all? Like, I never see this Trunks. I don't really see Dragon Fist Goku. I don't really see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think Golden Frieza could be good if he gets a Zenkai buff, but they just for some reason refuse to give him a Zenkai buff, so he's just going to remain like not used that often. Like, this is easily the worst color in the game right now is green. So I don't know, like, who is this Kefla going to be Zenkai buffing on the Universe Rep team? Let's look at all the amazing green characters. I mean, yeah, we can finally get a Zenkai buff for Frieza here, but the problem is this Kefla is buffing Strike with her Zenkai ability. So it's like this Frieza finally gets a Zenkai buff, but it's not really what he wants because he doesn't get the double overlap with the stat that he wants, right? Because Kefla is only buffing one stat, which I don't really like for a Zenkai bench at this point. Like, you have to be buffing at least 2 stats here, or HP. Those are the two options. Either double stats, so strike attack and defense, blast attack and defense, or HP. This Kefla is only buffing strike attack, which is really not what this Frieza wants, so it doesn't line up well with this character at all. Jiren is not really usable. I mean, this guy could get a Zenkai Awakening, and maybe you could run like a double green Zenkai setup with these 2 characters, but not right now. God of Destruction Topo, super blast heavy character. Vados is not really runnable anymore. So there's not really an option here to be Zenkai buffing for using Kefla's Zenkai ability here. So we will see how they handle this moving forward. If there's going to be any additional green universe rep characters coming out in the future, which they definitely will be. There's a million characters that fit into this tag here. So we will keep our eyes on future green units that come out for universe rep. So they did announce Ultra Hit is coming out. Let's take a look and see what he does for his kit here. Because again, I specifically did not look at this during the initial reveal because I like to do my separate breakdown video on this because they just go way too fast through this. Like they spend like 2 seconds per page, and it's like, okay, well, I can't keep up with this. All right, so this is Hit himself. He's red, which is finally reasoning as to why this Bergamo was given red Rival Universe. I mean, even still, this Bergamo's Zenkai ability still should have been red Universe Rep, because obviously Universe Rep is just a better version of Rival Universe, right? All the characters on Rival Universe should be on Universe Rep, and then Universe Rep's going to include other characters as well. If this Bergamo was a Universe Rep Zenkai buffer, he also would be buffing UI Goku, which would help out a lot of players. So interesting there, but at least now we have some use for Bergamo's Zenkai ability. That's definitely the reason why they did that. He's on Powerful Opponent, which is good. Again, this is the same hit, the same iteration of this character as this yellow hit. This was the first hit they ever released into the game. I'm actually really happy they decided to go with the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament hit, just because I think this version of this character is much more interesting and much cooler than the Tournament of Power version. This was his first introduction. It was the fight versus Blue Kaioken Goku. I've said this a million times at this point, but this Hit's fight against Blue Kaioken Goku in the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament, that is actually my favorite fight in Dragon Ball Super. So I was really looking forward to this guy, or the Blue Kaioken Goku eventually getting an LF or an Ultra. I think that Blue Kaioken Goku that we already have, actually recently he got a Zenkai Awakening, the yellow one. That version of Blue Kaioken Goku, I could definitely see that character at some point getting an LF. Definitely worthy. All right, so Z ability is going to be, this is 6 stars by the way, 3%, so this should bump up to 5% at 14 stars, to special move damage inflicted by tag Universe Rep. This actually is interesting, because if we take a look at the Universe Survival Saga, this actually matters, because they spent a long time building up to the 4th anniversary, giving us buffs for the Universe Survival Saga team. Guess what Universe Rep is? It's just a better Universe Survival Saga team. You have this character right here, and you have, where's Beerus? Right here. Both of these characters, let me get rid of Kefla here. This got a Blue Kaioken Goku, and then this God of Destruction Beerus. We could take a look at their Z abilities. So this Blue Kaioken Goku is giving 5% to special move damage by Universe Survival Saga, and this Blue Beerus is giving, I believe it's 3%? 3% to Universe Survival Saga special move damage. So you can get 3, 8, and then with this guy at 14 stars, he's going to be giving 5. So you can have 13% special move damage for Universe Rep, or Universe Survival Saga with those 3 characters in the same team. That's powerful. And then you also have UI Goku, who's giving extra strike damage. Golden Frieza is giving blast damage to Universe Survival Saga. So a lot of these Z abilities actually are pretty good. And now, of course, we have a much better use for Burkama's Senkai ability too. So that does work out pretty well. Ultra ability, I mean, it's just the same for every Ultra character at this point. This guy's for Universe Rep. Doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. I wish they would probably... Honestly, I feel like Ultra abilities at this point just kind of don't need to exist. Just take them out. I think relegating this character to being a leader on any other team you want to use him on is kind of annoying for an Ultra character. It's supposed to be the highest rarity, but whatever. All right, so this is the first page of his unique abilities here. So gradually charges own unique gauge. By the way, before we jump into the actual thing here, they did show before showing the actual kit that this guy does have a true, I guess I'll call it a true time skip ability. So I'm very interested in seeing how they handle this. Gradually charges own unique gauge over time while this character's on the battlefield or standby. So he's just going to be gradually building up his unique gauge, both while he's switched in and while he's not switched in, excluding when in time skip mode. So that's going to be its own mode here. Maybe this is what that hourglass unique gauge was for. Changes next own special arts card into time skip once unique gauge is full. I'm assuming this is an awakened arts card, which is not something we typically see that often. I actually recently did talk about this. What character has this? Like EX Goldo has this, Bojack has this, the red one. Let's go to Bojack. So if we go to red Bojack here, if you guys aren't aware of what an awakened arts card is, it is this purple card. This is by far the rarest type of arts card in the game because only a handful of characters actually have this. I am imagining that he's basically just going to turn his green card into an awakened arts card. We'll see once his unique gauge is full. The following effects occur when this character enters time skip mode. So this is basically going to occur once you pop what I'm assuming is going to be an awakened arts card time skip. You get 50 ki. You randomly draw at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 10 timer count. So he's nullifying endurance. Cancels enemies' attributes and attribute upgrades and buff effects, and then he's inflicting them with minus 100% health restoration so they can't heal. The following effects occur every time this character defeats an enemy, getting 40 ki, reducing enemy ki by 40, and reducing enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. All right. Next page. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses an arts card. Gets 3% health. Applies attribute upgrade, minus 3% to enemy sustained damage cut effects. Activates 10 times. 10 times. So he's getting up to 30% to minus enemy sustained damage cut effects. He's getting up to 30% critical rate. But the problem with this is you have to attack 10 times. So I'm assuming he's probably going to come with some form of special cover change nullification. If you want to be a top tier character in this game, guess what? You almost need to have special cover change nullification. So I'm assuming that's going to allow this guy to get these effects built up a bit easier. They haven't shown that yet in this kit, but he's definitely got to have it somewhere. Unless this time skip ability is so broken that you don't actually need cover change nullification, he can just kill people with this. This is so hard to judge how good this guy is going to be, because I don't know how good this is, right? We'll have to test that out and see for ourselves. But keep in mind, all the attacks he's doing while in the time skip mode should also be applicable for buffing up his buffs here. Like, all the attacks he does in time skip mode should be racking up the sustained damage cut effect buffs, should be racking up the critical rate buffs. Applies the following effects to self every time the enemy uses an arts card while this character is in the battlefield. Gets 3% health. Okay, so he's healing by 3% when he uses an arts card, and also when the enemy uses an arts card. So it's a lot of healing for him. 10% to special move damage inflicted, activates 5 times, and then 10% to ultimate damage inflicted, activates 5 times. The special move damage is going to be pretty dumb. Again, this guy is stacking up to 50% special move damage. You got this character. You got this character, and then hit himself is giving 5% at 14 stars. So you can have this guy's special move is gonna hit like a goddamn truck. You think Ultra Gogeta Blue's blue card hits hard? This guy actually might hit harder with his blue card than Ultra Gogeta Blue. We'll see. All right, so knocks back the enemy to long range. If a cover change is performed against strike or blast attack, activates twice. And then you can this is the exact same cover change as Beast Gohan, exact same cover change as Ultra Gogeta Blue. So this is the quote unquote universal cover change that is comboable into blue cards that does activate twice. That is pretty, I mean, you can't really ask for a better cover change than this. This is pretty much as good as it gets. Is that it? Do we have anything else here? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think they gave anything else here. And then we know that we're getting a new unique equipment for Red Universe Reps, which of course they mention you want to use on hit. I actually just want to see quickly, do they mention, does Toshi say anything specific about the time skip ability? Let me just quickly play this and we'll see if the subtitle says anything. Let's talk about those abilities. Ultra is a melee type attacker with an extremely strong special arts who excels at finishing off opponents. The Ultra ability also targets, Universe Rep characters. Ultra is a new type of unique gauge known as a time type that increases over time. If you use a special arts card while the unique gauge is full, his signature time skip will activate. And any opponent hit by it will have their movements and actions restricted. Characters in the state will be unable to avoid attacks. It's just, or cover change. It just sounds so stupid. Allowing hit to attack without any fear of resistance. I like how they worded this. He's like, yeah, what's like the most threatening way we can word this? Make this guy sound like a ridiculous monster. Given the overwhelming power of this ability, the unique gauge will, of course, take a little while to charge at first, but even with this drawback, it's still a force to be reckoned with. I don't like. Are we gonna eventually see characters? Why does this keep like diminishing in quality? Are we eventually gonna see characters that give a faster unique gauge charge rate to allies? Like, I could definitely see that happening at some point, and that would obviously make this guy way better. I think it's legitimately impossible for me to comment on how good this guy is going to be, because we just don't know like how the time skip actually works. Like, he's describing to us how it works in the reveal and stuff, but until we see this in game, it is actually impossible for me to say how good this character is, because we don't even have the full abilities here. I think they did tweet out something. I don't believe they did like a full kit breakdown like they've done with a few other characters, like a few Ultra characters or a few LF characters, but let me just quickly check that, and if they did, I'll add that to the end of this video over here. But let me know down below what you guys think of Ultra Hit. I am very happy that we're finally getting this. Ultra Hit is my favorite character that they've introduced into Dragon Ball Super. And I don't know, dude. I'm just really excited. Let me know down below what you guys think. And yeah, it looks like they did not tweet out the actual kit of the character. So once we get the download tomorrow before reset, this is actually a very interesting time as well, because this is not the typical time. Usually reset is on Wednesday for me. This guy's actually coming out a day earlier than normal. It's going to be Tuesday. I actually will not be able to do summons for this character immediately. It'll be like a few hours post banner release, just because it's in the middle of the workday. It's Tuesday at 3 p.m. is when this comes out. That just does not work. Does not line up well for me, but I will do my best to put out a breakdown of the character once we get his full kit tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. I know some people might not necessarily like the fact that they're releasing an Ultra character so fast, but I do think this does have some implications for the anniversary. I did mention this in the actual reveal itself, but the fact that they came out with 2 Ultras so fast back to back like this, I think there actually is a decent chance that this means we might not see another Ultra until the anniversary, in which time we potentially could see multiple Ultra characters released during the anniversary, or it's possible they actually do come out with the very first Legends Limited Ultra character if they want to push that envelope, but who knows? That's just speculation for now. Ultra Hit's coming out tomorrow. Red melee character, new time skip ability, looks really cool. I like his animations, big fan. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one.